Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome here if it's your first time. In today's video, as you already know because you clicked on the thumbnail, I'm reviewing the Creative Aurvana Ace 2 IEMs. These are interesting because we've got a very unusual new driver technology in here. These have the XMEMS solid state driver, plus one 10mm dynamic driver as well. I will get into that XMEMS driver momentarily, but let's just talk about some of the features of the Aurvana Ace 2 first, beginning with the price, which is $129 US. So the Aurvana Ace 2 here, it's got active noise cancelling, obviously. It has aptX, including aptX adaptive. It's got Snapdragon sound, and for battery life, we're looking at about 6 hours for the earbuds and 24 hours in total, including the charging case. So let's talk a little bit about this XMEMS driver while I do the unboxing here. Now, I have heard an XMEMS driver before. I listened to something at CanJam that had these drivers in it, but believe me, we're going to start seeing a lot more of them very soon, and there are several reasons for that. One is the uniformity that the XMEMS drivers deliver. They're very uniform and consistent, so the manufacturers don't have to worry about driver matching and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, they've got the world's fastest transient response, superior clarity and fidelity, and all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, we'll get into that maybe a bit more later. First of all, let's have a look at what we get. In here, we'll have a USB charging cable and some ear tips. There's the cable. There are some ear tips in 4 separate bags. Why would you do that? But hold on a minute. Oh, they look kind of big. I'm excited. Can I actually use the default silicone included ear tips with these TWS earbuds? Wow, you know what? I think I can. Have a look at those babies. I am excited. Thank you, Creative. Alright, let's get our first look at this little case here. There it is. Oh, it's kind of a translucent material. You can see the inner workings of it there, and have a look at that. It's very blingy, isn't it? Blingy rose gold interior there. Wow, they look cool. The top of the casings there of the earbuds is also a translucent plastic. You can see the inner workings. These look pretty cool. As always, don't forget to take off the plastic. I've done that before, and it took me far too long to figure out why I couldn't get them working. You have to take that plastic off before you get started. So there they are, stem design. They look cool. I'm going to get right into these large ear tips, and you know how I do. I can't really go any further until after I do some testing, so I will be back in the future to tell you how these perform. Alright, so here we are back again with the Creative Aurvana Ace 2. Oh yeah, I've been checking these out, and I must say, I am quite impressed. They sound pretty darn good. Let me talk about a couple of things before we move on to the sound, starting with the active noise cancelling. It actually works quite well. Now, I wouldn't say the ANC works better than some sub $100 TWS earbuds like the Soundpeats ones, the Edifier, the Redmi Buds 5 Pro here, but it does work. It doesn't entirely cut out background noise, but it does a fairly good job. It's about as good, I've heard, for entry-level TWS earphones. The battery life seems to be on point. You get about 6 hours from the earbuds, 24 hours all up, including the charging case. Let's dive into the app for a sec. And there it is. So you can see there's not a whole lot there, but you get your equalizer. So you've got a 10-band parametric EQ, just like that. And that's fun to play with. There are also a whole bunch of preset EQs, including a gaming one, including a footstep enhancer for you FPS shooters out there. I'll leave mine on flat for now. And you can also control your, adaptive A and C and ambient mode. The ambient mode actually works quite well. It works a bit better than some of those cheaper earbuds. Let's go back. And you can set up the custom buttons as well. So you can, you get quite a few options there. You can choose, for example, for the double left tap, you can have nothing, play, pause, previous track, next track, ambient control, or voice assistant. So it's always nice to have that bit of customization there. That is about the extent of the app though. So it's pretty simple, but it does work well. So now let's talk about how the Aurvana Ace 2 sounds. And yeah, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. As I expected, it does have a very warm tone to it. It's a bit heavy-handed on the bass. It is not the tightest bass. It's a little bit flabby, but it's nothing out of the ordinary for this kind of earphone. And of course, you do have the option to EQ that bass, some of that bass out if you choose. So it is pretty solid down there. Now, in terms of the mids and the treble, I'm quite impressed with that MEMS driver, which is powering the mids and the treble. It is pretty solid, and yes, it does have super fast transients, excellent clarity, nice smooth but articulate presentation. The treble is very smooth. Even if you boost the treble in the EQ, this treble still remains pretty smooth. Oh, I forgot to show you one other thing. You do also just have regular bass and treble tone controls in there as well. I just thought I should mention that too. So yeah, overall, look, it is a little bit on the expensive side for what it does, really, but it is Creative, which is a good solid brand. I mean, it pairs really well. It's got high version of Bluetooth. It does have aptX adaptive, which is awesome. So the sound quality is pretty good, and there is a lot of customization you can do within the app with the EQ, etc. The earbuds themselves, I think the build quality is really nice. They're very comfortable, and big props to Creative for throwing in these large ear tips that actually fit in my ears. That is definitely worth a bonus point in my book. So guys, that is the Creative Aurvana Ace 2 TWS earphones. I reckon they're pretty good. Look, you can get better audio quality with some of the cheaper models, but you're going to miss out on some of those features. Like, for example, the Rose Technics Ceramics. That's a fantastic budget earbud. It sounds really good. Then there is the Tangent Minnow, which also sounds a little bit more high fidelity than this one, but that one doesn't come with an app, etc. Overall, I think this is a pretty solid buy, and I'm sure most people would be quite happy if they purchased it. Having said that, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam Audiophile style. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.